have discussed the analysis of linear time invariant systems. That is by using LCCDE, that is linear constant coefficient difference equations. So here in that LCCDE, so we have calculated the natural response, forced response. Then combining of these natural and forced response, we got the total response of the system, right? So along with that natural and forced total responses, we are having impulse response as well as step response. So before going to discuss about impulse response and step response, and we have to know what is impulse response as well as what is step response. We know the impulse response. If you are applying the input signal, impulse signal, we know if you are applying the impulse signal as the input to the particular system, then the output of that particular system will be called as the impulse response. The output or response of that particular system will be called as impulse response. In the similar way, if I apply the unit step signal as the input to the particular system, then the response of that system will be called as unit step response. So here I am going to calculate the impulse response and step response in this lecture. Okay, now we will start with the impulse response. Okay, so here already we know that the nth order LCCDE. So here it is the nth order LCCDE. Okay, so once again I am repeating that is sigma is equal sigma. That is sigma. So once again I am repeating that is sigma k is equal 0 to n ak y of n minus k is equal to sigma k is equals to 0 to m bk x of n minus k. Already we know that ak and bk are the coefficients of that nth order LCCDE, right? These represents the output terms, this represents the input terms, right? So for here the n represents the order of that LCCDE. So in this, n is greater than or equals to m. Okay. So here there are two conditions possible in impulse response, that is n greater than m and n is equals to m. So we will see the examples of both, right? So here what is the impulse response? We know we are having one system, right? So if the system input is unit sample or it is unit impulse function, nothing but same, both are same, unit sample function or unit impulse is same, then the output of that system, that is response, is called as impulse response. The output or response of that particular system will be called as impulse response. If input is impulse signal, then the output of the particular system is called as impulse response. So we know the total solution is the combination of natural response or homogeneous solution plus forced response or particular solution. What it is? The total response of the system is the combination of natural response or homogeneous solution and particular solution or forced response. Okay. So while you are calculating the impulse response of this system, here the input is impulse. The input of the system is impulse, that is x of n is equals to del of n. The particular solution will be 0. The particular solution will be 0 while calculating the impulse response of the LCCDE, right? So the total response, it is nothing but YH of n. Homogeneous solution or natural response, right? So we solve an example for this impulse response. So here it is, the second order difference equation is given, the system is given, the system is y of n is equals to 0.6 y of n minus 1 minus 0.08 y of n minus 2 plus x of n. We have to find the impulse response. We have to find the impulse response, nothing but we know that is impulse response y of n is equals to yh of n only. So to calculating the impulse response, we know yp of 0 is equals to, yp of n is equals to 0. Yp of n is equals to 0. That is particular solution will be 0 in calculating the impulse response. See here, from the given difference equation, we know yh of n is equals to is in the form of lambda power n. Then we have to represent that given difference equation in the form of characteristic equation by lambda power n minus 0.6 lambda power n minus 1 plus 0.808 lambda power n minus 2 is equals to 0. Okay. So for characteristic equation, we have to equate the input terms are 0, right? So from that only lambda power n minus 0.6 lambda power n minus 1 plus 0.08 lambda power n minus 2. Okay. The characteristic equation like this: lambda square minus 0.6 lambda plus 0.08 lambda is equals to 0. Right? This is the characteristic equation. Now we have to find the roots of this characteristic equation. As the root, first root is 0.4 and second root is 0.2. So these two are distinct roots. So these two are distinct. These roots are distinct roots. Then the solution will be in the form of. So actually it is a homogeneous solution. So here in the impulse response, homogeneous solution is nothing but y of n. That's why y of n is equals to C1 plus C1 into 0.4 power n. So y of n is equals to C1 0.4 power n plus C2 0.2 power n. That is lambda 1 power n into lambda 2 power n here. Okay. So here, if you apply n is equals to 0 in this equation, okay, then n equals 0 means y of 0 is equal to C1 into 0.4 power 0, that is C1 minus C2. Okay. Similarly, if n is equals to 1, y of 1 is equals to 0.4 into C1 plus 0.2 into C2. Okay. By substituting n equals 0, we got this one. By substituting n equals to 1, we got this. Right. So next, from the difference equation, this is the difference equation, given difference equation. So now apply n is equals to 0 in the difference equation, given difference equation. Next, y of 0 is equals to 0.6, y of minus 1 minus 0.08 into y of minus 2 plus x of 0. That value is equal to 1. Why it is? Here y of minus 1 and y of minus 2 are the initial condition values. So these we are equating to 0. These two are 0 and these two are 0 and here only the x of 0 is there. We know x of n is equals to del of n, then x of 0 is equals to del of 0. That means the impulse function which is only defined at n is equals 0. So from that the value is equals to 1. Right? So it is equivalent to 1. Y of 0 is equals to 1. It is 1. So that y of 0 equals to 1. Next, apply n equals to 1 in the above difference equation. Then y of 1 is equals to 0.6 y of 0 minus 0.08 y of minus 1 plus x of 1. So here this is 0.6 because y of 0 is equals to 1 minus 0 plus x of 1. X of 1 is nothing but del of 1 which is equals to 0 because the impulse function is defined only at n is equals to 0. Right? So that del of 1 is equals to 0. This value also 0. So y of 1 is equals to 0.6. See, y of 1 is equals to 0.6. Now we have to solve this because C1 plus C2 is equals to y of 0 and 0.4 C1 plus 0.2 C2 is equals to y of 1. Already we got these values, y of 0 equals to 1 and y of 1 is equal to 0.6. We have to substitute these values in these equations. Then these equations become like this. So C1 plus C2 equals to 1 and 0.4 C1 plus 0.2 C2 is equals to 0.6. By solving these, you get C1 is equals to 1, C2 equals to minus 1. Okay. Then from that, we know y of n is equals to c1 lambda 1 power n plus c2 lambda 2 power n. We know that c1 0.4 power n plus c2 0.2 power n. That is c1 is c2. c1 is 2, c2 is minus 1. So 2 into 0.4 power n minus 0.2 power n u of n. That is the required impulse response for the given difference equation or for the given system. So please remind. So here to find the impulse response, we have to equate particular solution will be equal to 0. We have to equate particular solution equals to 0, and we have to consider only homogeneous solution. Y of n is equals to yh of n. This is the condition only if n is greater than m. So in the given problem, see, in the given problem, n equals to 2 and m equals to 0. So in the given problem, n equals to 2 and m equals to 0. That's why the particular solution we have to equate to 0 in this condition. Suppose if n is equals to m, in any case, if n is equals to m, in that case, we have to add unit impulse function to the homogeneous solution. We have to add unit impulse function to the homogeneous solution, like a into L of n. Like we have to add unit impulse function to the homogeneous solution if n is equals to m condition. That is based upon the required system. Okay. Now we will move to the step response. What is step response? As already I mentioned that the step response is nothing but if the input of the given system is x of n is equals to u of n, then the response of the system is nothing but y of n or it is divided by s of n is equals to u of n convolution of h of n. So unit step response, that is given from the linear convolution some expression s of n is equals to, s of n is nothing but step response, s of n is equal to sigma k equals to minus infinity to plus infinity x of h of k u of n minus k, h of k u of n minus k. This is convolution expression, u of n and h of n. Okay, so for the convolution sum will be h of k into u of n minus k, right? So here we can represent like this. So we know u of n minus k, u of n minus k is defined like 1 for n minus k greater than or equals to 0, from the n greater than or equals to k, 0 for n less than k, right? So u of n minus k is 1 for n greater than or equals to k values. So here k is defined only up to n. So from that one, k is minus infinity to n and u of n minus k is 1 and h of k, right? So the step response will be nothing but s of n is equal to sigma k equals to minus infinity to n h of k into 1, because u of n minus k is 1 for these values. So this will be the step response. We can call it as the unit step response is nothing but the running sum of unit impulse responses. Okay, the running sum of unit impulse response. Okay, the step response is nothing but the running sum of unit impulse function. So that is unit impulse response. There it is, addition of all those unit impulse functions, unit impulse response functions. Okay. So here the example for unit step response. So we have to find the step response for the following system. Here the given system is y of n is equals to y of n minus 1 plus 0.5 y of n minus 2 plus x of n plus x of n minus 1. Now the input is, we know, for finding the step response input should be x of n is equals to E of n. We have to remember that because we are going to calculate the step response. What do you mean by step response? The input of the particular system will be unit sequence, unit step sequence, right? So here the characteristic equation for the given system is, by equating the input terms to 0, then we got the characteristic equation like lambda square minus lambda minus 0.5 is equals to 0. From that, the roots of this characteristic equation are lambda 1 is equals to 1.33, lambda 2 is equals to minus 0.36. These are the roots for this characteristic equation. Okay, so after finding the roots, we have to check whether the roots are distinct or repeat roots. So here the roots are distinct roots. So for that, the homogeneous solution will be C1 lambda 1 power n plus C2 lambda 2 power n. So here lambda 1 and lambda 2 are there. So the homogeneous solution it is C1 into 1.33 whole power n plus C2 into minus 0.36 whole power n. That is lambda 1 power n, lambda 2 power n. Like so, for x of n is equals to E of n, nothing but the step response. Because x of n is equals to E of n, then the response will be step response only. So here the particular solution will be in the form of, we know there are different forms of the particular solution based upon the given input signal. X of n is equals to, here it is U of n. So x of n is equals to U of n. The particular solution will be yp of n is equals to k into U of n. K into U of n. Right. So for that, from that equation, we have to calculate the value of k. How to find the value of k? That simply we have to substitute yp of n in the above difference equation as well as x of n in the above difference equation. Then we have to find the value of k. Right? So here it is y of n, k into u of n, k into u of n minus y of n minus 1 is k into u of n minus 1 minus 0.5 y of n minus 2, that is 0.5 minus 0.5 k into u of n minus 2, which is equals to x of n is nothing but u of n, x of n minus 1 is nothing but u of n minus 1. So what are the values of this? So take n equals to 2. Put n equals to 2 because maximum is n equals to 2 only, that is n minus 2. So to solve that value, we have to take n equals to 2, then we put k equals k into u of 2, n equals to 2 now. So k into u of 2 minus k into u of 2 minus 1, 1 minus 0.5 k into u of 0 equals to u of 2 plus u of 1. So what is the value of this one? So here it is k into 1, u of 2 is nothing but u of 0, u of 1, u of 2, all u of 3. Up to 0 to infinity it is 1 only. So minus k into 1 minus 0.5 k into 1, which is equals to u of 2 is nothing but 1 plus u of 1 is nothing but 1. So it is, here it is, this is cancelled. Next minus 0.5 k equals to 2. So from that k is equals to minus 4. K is equals to minus 4. So then we have to substitute that k value in this particular solution. So from that particular solution, yp of n is equals to minus 4 into u of n. So yp of n is equals to minus 4 into u of n. Okay, next that we have to add the particular solution. We know total solution y of n is equals to yh of n plus yp of n. So this is yh of n. This is yp of n, particular solution and homogeneous solution. So both we have calculated. So that is y of n, total response or step response, or it is nothing but s of n. S of n is equals to y of n is equals to C1 1.33 power n plus C2 minus 0.36 power n minus 4 into u of n. So now apply n equals to 0. N equals to 0 in this equation, then you will get y of 0 is equals to C1 plus C2 minus 4. Okay. Next, similarly, n equals to 1 in the demo equation, then you got y of 1 is equals to 1.33 C1 minus 0.36 C2 minus 4, because u of 0, u of 1, u of 2, all so on, it is 1 only, right? So next, from the given equation, what is the equation? That is from the given system, that is from the given difference equation, substitute n equals to 0 in the difference equation. Y of 0 is equals to y of minus 1 plus 0.5 y of minus 2 plus x of 0 plus x of minus 1. If you substitute, n equals to 0, right? Then you will get these initial conditions. We know already we are taking this as 0. Initial conditions are taking 0. So these two are 0. And x of 0 is equals to 1. And this is x of minus 1. That is, unit step function is defined only for positive type. So here it is u of minus 1. U of minus 1 is simply 0. Then y of 0 equals to 1. Next, n equals to 1. Put n equals to 1 in the given difference equation. Now, the difference equation becomes like this. Y of 1 is equals to y of 0 plus 0.5 y of minus 1 plus x of 1 plus x of 0. Then y of 0 we know that is 1. It is 1. Here it is initial condition 0, 0. Next it is u of 1 is 1. U of 0 is also 1. Same 1 plus 1, which is equals to y of 1 equals to 3. Y of 0 is equals to 3. Now y of 0 and y of 1 is there. Here y of 0 and y of 1 is there. We have to equate these two. Then C1 plus C2 minus 4 is equals to 1. From the C1 plus C2 equals to 5. Like that, y of 1 we have to equate y of 1 equals to 3. We have to equate to 3. After solving all these equations, that is, we have to solve for C1 and C2 because these are the constants. Okay. So now C1 is equals to 5.2, C2 equals to minus 0.2. C1 equals to 5.2, C2 equals to minus 0.2. By solving these two equations, we will get C1 and C2. These are the values of C1 and C2. C1 is 5.2, C2 is minus 0.2. Now we have to substitute these in this equation. That is the total response of the system or the required step response for the system. That is y of n is equals to 5.2, 1.33 whole power n minus 0.2 into minus 0.36 whole power n minus 4 into u of n. That means it is defined only for positive values of time. That is simply a causal system. Okay, it is a causal. We know the causal system is defined only for positive values of time. Or simply causal, for any causal system, the signal is 0 for n less than 0. That is in negative time. Okay. So these are the example problems we have to solve. Okay. So please try to solve all these examples. So this first one is find the natural response of the system described by the difference equation y of n plus 2 into y of n minus 1 plus y of n minus 2 is equals to x of n plus x of n minus 1. We have to find the natural response for the given difference equation with initial conditions. With initial conditions are y of minus 1 is equals to y of minus 2 is equals to 1. So to find the natural response, simply we have to find the homogeneous solution, right? So to find the homogeneous solution, we need the characteristic equation. For finding the characteristic equation, we have to equate the input terms to 0. Then we will get the characteristic equation. With the characteristic equation, we have to find the roots of the characteristic equation. Then based upon the roots, we have to write the given, that is natural response or homogeneous response solution. We have to write the solution based upon the roots, based upon the types of roots, whether it is distinct roots or repetitive roots. Okay. Then we have to solve for that C1 and C2. Okay, that will be the natural response, the required response for the given system. Okay. So in the second one, we have to find the forced response. Find the forced response of the system described by the difference equation. So same equation, y of n plus 2 into y of n minus 1 plus y of n minus 2 is equals to x of n plus x of n minus 1. The required same equation. So for that we need input, because to find the forced response we need input. X of n is equals to 1 by 2 whole power n u of n. So in this forced response are nothing but particular solution we have to calculate. For finding the particular solution we require input. So if the input is in the form of x of n is equals to 1 by 2 whole power n u of n, we have to write the particular solution form yp of n is equals to k into 1 by 2 whole power n u of n. Then we have to find the value of k. Then we have to go for the solution. Okay. So this is how to find the forced response or particular solution. Okay. In this case, no need of considering any initial values. Okay. We have to equate the initial values to 0. So in this one, we have to consider the initial values and we have to equate the input to 0. Here we have to consider input. We have to equate the initial conditions to 0. Okay. Now, the third problem is find the response of the system. Response of the system is nothing but total response. Total response of the system described by the difference equation, that is y of n is equals to 2 into, that is y of n plus 2 into y of n minus 1 plus y of n minus 2 is equals to x of n plus x of n minus 1. So for that input is given and with initial conditions are given. Because to find the total solution we need input as well as initial conditions. So whenever required we have to substitute those particular conditions, initial conditions as well as the input. So we know the total response is nothing but the combination of homogeneous solution and particular solution. Okay. So coming to the next problem, determine the impulse response. Determine the impulse response of the system described by the difference equation. Y of n plus y of n minus 1 minus 2 into y of n minus 2 is equals to x of n minus 1 plus 2 into x of n minus 2. See here n is equals to 2, m is also 2. So in this case we have to add the unit impulse function to the homogeneous solution. We know particular solution will be 0 for impulse response, right? So next, same, determine impulse response h of n for the system described by the second order difference equation, that is y of n minus 3 into y of n minus 1 minus 4 into y of n minus 2 is equals to x of n plus 2 into x of n minus 1. So same way here n is equals to 2, m is equals to 1 only. So this is the condition we have to apply, n greater than m. Here it is n equals to m. So here n greater than m means, so no need to add any unit impulse function to the homogeneous solution. Simply we have to solve for the homogeneous solution by equating the particular solution to 0. Okay. Thank you.